Hello BIA. So in this example campaign video, we're going to look at how to set up a AdWords display campaign. So within your account, go to the top level, click on campaigns on the left. Yes, we know our account isn't active. We've got to add a credit card in here. Press the plus and go to display network. So what this allows you going to do is set those ads. We looked at them in the previous video, but let's just go over here to Science Daily, one of the sites I almost always use as an example. This is a Google display ad. The best way to use these ads is for remarketing. So let's go in here. We want to drive website traffic. We looked at this before in the search network ad. Standard display campaign. You can also do a Gmail interactive campaign. That's another option. And let's just generally send people to bankstreet.ca, to the BIA here. So now it's going to ask us, what's the campaign name? Let's say Village Legacy again. And let's target Ottawa as the location, since we don't want to target too far outside of that. Let's remove languages, since we can target anybody who speaks any language. And manual CPC, keep that on. And then daily budget, we'll say something like $5. We'll name this Village Legacy Project. And then in here, you can choose how to reach people. This is the targeting. Now, one of the options you can have here is choosing people based on the sites they visit. That's one way you can do it. Usually these campaigns, it's best to save your budget and only spend them on people who visited the BIA before. So just use, this is my recommendation, just use remarketing. We've set up a website visitors remarketing group of all website BIA visitors, which will be collecting into the future. So target that for your future ad campaigns. And then in here, and again with the ad group bid, just make it close to whatever your daily budget is. So we said $15 a day. We can just say $10 for this. Usually with display campaigns, it'll be much cheaper than search campaigns. Don't use any dynamic ads. And now we can start creating the ads. So what you want to do is upload an ad. Now to do this, all you're going to do is drag the file in here. We don't have any files that are live now. What you have to do is build a file that fulfills this criteria. So one of these file types has a maximum size of 150 KB, GIF, JPEG, or PNG, and is in one of these files or one of these pixel sizes here. Now it's very important that you do multiple versions of any ad, because if you think about Science Daily, if I've been to BIA and I come to this site and you have a display campaign, it's going to serve me an ad here, but only if you have the right sizes. So you're going to need either this size, which I would guess is probably the leaderboard. This one, the 728 by 90, could be the 930 by 180 top banner. And then this one, which is a square one, which is probably the, looks very square, so I'm going to guess it's the 200 by 200. So it's important to do a couple different versions. You don't have to do all of them, but it's good to have at least 4 variations, one of each of these kinds, so that you can cover people across any device that they use. And then you'll drop that file in here and upload it. That's not complicated. I mean, I could show you by going into one of my file sections over here what the right kind of file would be, but I'll let you load up your files in here. Once they're loaded, that's all you have to do. And then you can create the campaign. It says you need at least one file, but after this, you're good to create the campaign, and it will go and target people. So just to remind, the most important thing with this is that you create multiple ad variations that fulfill these criteria, and also that you're ensuring that you focus on remarketing. There are other ways to use this. I recommend you avoid doing it because most of the time it tends to waste budget very quickly unless you're a big brand with big budget. So just focus on remarketing for display ads. And once those are live, those will go out and serve, and it's a great way to bring people back to your website who've already been there. So that's how to do display ads. and someday you will see yourself in one of these things, and people will notice that, oh, I visited the BIA, and now they're telling me, hey, here's an ad for how to get a coupon for an event that's coming up, or here's an ad for the Village Legacy Project, or here's an ad for the Glow Fair. So this is a great way to bring people back who are already familiar with the brand, make sure they're aware of what's coming up, and that they're going to attend events, and that you're driving new business for the people who are members of the BIA. Thanks, BIA.